What's up, guys? I told you I was going to be back. Gretchen, I was back in 15 minutes, but it was 15 Tisa minutes, okay? Y'all, listen, sit down, shut the door. We got to talk. There are things going down in the Diddy case, and baby, things are moving a mile a minute. Do you know that Shyne, the man that literally did what was convicted of banging that woman in the face, baby, it looks like Diddy didn't see this coming. We're about to get into this mess. I've been promising y'all this tea for a while, but I finally got some receipts. But to understand the receipts, I got to give y'all the history so you can understand what's going on. Also, Tari Diaz, what's up? Thank you so much for becoming a member. Okay, so let's get into this. What is going on? Listen, the federal raid messed up everything. Let me just explain the past so you can understand why this Shyne stuff is relevant. The federal raid messed up everything, in my opinion. Once again, Diddy does maintain his innocence. I don't think they've commented on the Christian stuff, but I'm sure Christian will say he's innocent too. That whole family's innocent. They're covered in the blood of Christ, right? Okay. Now, back to what I was saying. It seems like the federal raid messed up everything. See, Diddy's lawyers, for a second, thought that they could make a case, right? They thought they could make a case instead of about the facts in attacking the lawyer, in attacking who's representing Little Rod. Why did they thought they could do that? Well, for one reason, I don't like the way they like saying Tyrone Blackburn. It's given very, you got a problem with a young black lawyer with a black person's name, right? He's not credible. He hasn't won a case. Sean Hawley, when's the last time you ran a case? Jonathan Davis, when's the last time you ran a case? Bobby Sternum, when's the last time you won a case? They keep trying to quiet this lawyer down. They've literally taken a case because when Douglas Wigmore put in all the issues that happened with Cassie, nobody had anything to say. Our hearts were breaking. We were weeping. Everybody bowed down. Even Jonathan Davis realized he was outclassed because Douglas Wigmore has been in this game for a long time. Now, of course, this Blackburn character has been in the game, but I don't think not nearly as long as all these old heads going against them. So what's going on, right? They're trying to make it into the lawyers thing for a couple of reasons. Let me just cook on this because I'm getting somewhere. For a couple of reasons. One, I think they're trying to make it seem like he's not authoritative. So any new people that are contacting him for cases against Diddy will be scared away. And they're also hoping that maybe they can kind of like disrespect them and also to make it seem to anybody that has a case with them, oh, don't go with them, just settle on the side. Now, why is that not going to work? Because if you think about it and what's going on, Diddy has been accused of banging somebody in a bathroom, right? And no, we're not talking about Meek Mills. Blank trafficking. His properties have been raided, okay? And they are somehow trying to turn this into something that happened with a racist judge in another court. And all the public opinion is sitting around saying, did you do it? Ninja Turtle, did you do it? What? Somebody has accused you of shooting someone and you're trying to turn this into, you're telling salacious details to the public. Yes, thank you. This is what the public wants. This is what the public needs. You're trying to what? Turn the public against a young black lawyer because the evil things that your client's been accused of doing, they dared put them in the complaint. Is this not what happened in Cassie's complaint? Is it not? Even this whole thing. Oh, well, a judge said that, okay, sorry. Even the infamous complaint. Well, a judge said you wrote things in a salacious manner. Imagine that. Because let me connect these dots for you before I connect them to Shyne, because it's all connected. Imagine that a judge, right, that isn't even working on the case, uses the exact same language that Cassie's lawyers does, salacious to get headlines. Is not Cassie's lawyers, no, I'm sorry, not Cassie's lawyers, Diddy's lawyers leaking to the press and the blogs every day? Baby, I see your works. Maybe I could be wrong, but I see your works. But get this. They've got people on Twitter and now they've got people on YouTube. Peep this. It's funny how people that very much support Nicki Minaj. And you can be a barber if you want, I don't care. You can be Cardi, I'm not getting into that. I'm Switzerland. They're both very talented. The fact that people are now bringing up Nicki Minaj's case that I believe Tyrone Blackburn represented Sabrina Peterson. I don't know what happened with that case. Who cares if he lost the case? Half of Diddy's team has lost the last 10 cases they did. I did not know that losing a case as a lawyer prohibits you from ever opening your mouth and practicing law. But now we got people on YouTube talking about and also he represented Nicki Minaj's Sabrina Peterson against Nicki Minaj, and he's a sham. He's a thing. Can I remind y'all that Lucian Grange is one of the people listed in Diddy's complaint? The Tyrone's complaint against Diddy. Can I remind you, Lucian Grange, why is that name important? He's the head of Universal Music Group. He's also being sued by Diddy. Do you know what label Nicki Minaj is under? If you guessed Universal Music Group, you would be right. So let me get this straight. Universal Music Group is out having people trying to use the Nicki Minaj case to discredit this lawyer. Judges that aren't even on the case, that really can't say anything, are now digging through the court records of other cases they didn't have nothing to do with, where the judges didn't have a problem with it, to pull up it's a salacious manner, literally almost parroting and repeating what Diddy's lawyers are saying. People are crawling out of the woodworks. There are allegedly private investigators working for Diddy that are trying to intimidate TikTokers and to stop talking about this. There is literally a David versus Goliath situation. And it shocks me that so many people that I have respect for are literally aiding and abetting someone that is being accused of blank trafficking. This is worse than R. Kelly. This is something on another level. I've said it a million times. Y'all need to start paying attention to your faves. You need to start going into what's in your gut, in the principles. You're now trying to say that you're not allowed to list anything your client says happened to them because it's salacious. Why are we looking at the mofo that is allegedly doing the salacious things? You're leaking the blogs. Who? Because the only people I see constantly running to the blogs are Diddy's team. Constantly. What are they talking about? But let's tie it into Shyne. Okay, we getting into some real juice. And we also have some information on Diddy's federal indictments. Okay, let's talk about Shyne. So a couple of days ago, I remember on TikTok, because I'm always minding my business being nosy. And I saw the way they kept trying to turn the narrative into, Little Rod's lawyer, because they want to somehow make sure that he doesn't get any more business because he's picking up clients like Thanos rings, right? Again, if you have been Diddy, I would suggest you get in touch with one of the lawyers representing the victims, Tyrone A. Blackburn, Douglas Wigmore, baby, go at it. I would suggest don't let these people scare you off because people are standing 10 toes down on business. But anyway, right? So, we get into that. So a couple of days ago, or actually maybe a week ago, there was all this kerfuffle on TikTok. Why was there kerfuffle? Well, I'll tell you, because JLo was going around striking TikTokers' channels. And when I say striking, I mean literally the strike where people's pages were getting locked up. Some pages were being pulled down and they had to literally beg to get their pages back up. Now, I remember being like, why is she that mad that everybody thinks this is me now and sucked? Which it was completely ridiculous, right? And I was like, is she that mad about it? And I was like, why is JLo going after TikTok? Now, it didn't work because she's being dragged on TikTok, just like whoever, I think it's Diddy's team, but whoever is their little defense thing, it's not working because all the blogs are like, we really don't care what judge say. Did he do it or not? Where's the evidence? JLo started getting dragged on TikTok. And I'm like, why is she being so aggressive? There are also these rumors that JLo was luring up. And I remember where I heard like the whispers, I'm like, some of these people that were whispering, I'm like, I find them to be pretty credible. So where are these whispers coming from? Y'all, then the other shoe dropped. the woman that was banged in the face, she alleges it was never Shyne, it was Diddy. Natanya started doing all these interviews, right? And when she did these interviews, she was saying, I know for a fact who did it. I know who did it. And if it was him, she was even implying, I think she actually came out and said that JLo was the one that helped them get the bang in. And I was like, is this where these rumors are coming from? And again, the whispers I heard to me seemed credible. I'm not going to tell you they were, but they seem credible. And I was like, what is going? So JLo is preemptively trying to bully and scare everybody into TikTok, into being too scared to say her name, because if you talk about her, your account will be closed down. People were clowning that little whatever she did, like off-pitch musical documentary she did. They've been clowning her for weeks. So I'm like, why now are you trying to get people's accounts closed down? Again, it did backfire because now people are dragging her more than ever. They're just not using her clips. Okay. But again, when I know you guys are busy saving the world, but my job is to pay attention to the mess. So I was putting everything together like, how? Why? It doesn't make sense. When the girl Natanya, I'm like, maybe there's a connection because it's weird, but what would be the nexus? Why would JLo be involved in that? What would she have to fear? Even though Natanya was practically claiming that JLo was the one maybe carrying the bang, sliding it too. Let's also not forget Cassie's lawsuit where it was slid. And then the federal raids came, and that changed everything. Because the federal raids, I don't know if Diddy's team didn't plan for it. I don't know if they didn't see it was coming. I don't know if it was like the perfect storm. They just weren't prepared. But the federal raids threw everything in disarray because all the cuts out, and you couldn't say, oh, it's Tyrone Blackburn. I don't like the way they keep saying Tyrone. Yes, it's an openly, unambiguously Black name. Put some respect on it, right? Tyrone Blackburn's this and that. No, you can't use him as like the deflection anymore. Because as much as Charlemagne and everybody else tried to make it seem like, oh my God, it's just the US government. Listen to bloggers. Do you think we're stupid? But then I put my ear to the street and I told you guys I was going to do as much research as I can. And I told you guys that I was going to find out what I could. And y'all, it seems like with the federal raid, right? With what's going on with Diddy, with JLo trying to silence people, with the rumors of JLo luring her up, I think I found the missing piece. Folks, Shyne has lawyers. He also has crisis reps. I did a live about like, oh, what's going on in Belize. Go ahead and check that out. That's a whole different story. But baby, let's talk about this, right? Okay. Shyne has lawyers. Shyne has crisis reps. Unnamed sources are saying, and we're going to see if this is true because all these dots are lining up, but it sounds like it's true. Shyne has reached out to the U.S. district, I think it's state, it's either U.S. attorneys or district attorneys, right? Forgive me, I'm doing it. To have why this girl Natanya is pushing to get the case reopened. And she's even willing to let them test the fragments in her cheek. He has quietly approached, it's either U.S. attorneys or district attorney, right? I don't know if it's federal or state level. Y'all let me know, right? To have his record expunged. He's reached out to the post-conviction unit. The expungement unit. He's reached out to have his record expunged post-conviction to exonerate him in the Diddy shooting case because new evidence is coming forward that it wasn't him and it couldn't be him. You guys, when I heard this, everything I was hearing, the whispers, all of a sudden came out and became clear. If Shyne is actually approaching, and it would make sense if there's now real doubt as to whether he was a shooter. Now, I heard somebody say like, oh, but you can't have double jeopardy. Diddy wasn't convicted. He stood trial. He was exonerated. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Shyne is literally trying to quietly get his record expunged because they anticipate new evidence coming out to show that it wasn't him. Because I believe from that whole thing, he can't really travel to the US. It's a conviction, it's a felony, this, that, and the third. You guys, does this not make sense? I'm beginning to think there's no coincidences. Just hear me out. JLo out the blue is lawyering up. She's trying to scare TikTokers, the big group, from even saying her name by getting their accounts suspended and closed down. And baby, these are people's livelihoods. Diddy's team is reaching out to TikTokers too and trying to get everybody to stay quiet. Right? Again, people are alleging this. Nothing has been proven in a court of law, but baby, they've made videos about it. I posted some of the videos. They're reaching out to YouTubers, trying to get channel strike, copyright strike, right? Natanya is coming out saying, no, now's the time. I want this case reopened. The feds are involved, and the feds are seriously considering reopening the investigation because what changed? The raids. Remember how Diddy used to brag to everyone? You know, Kanye, the way he always filmed himself, right? Talk about Kanye. Always filmed himself. So when that documentary Genius came out, of course, everybody was like, oh my God. You got like video of like rapping in front of your mom's table and this and that. And it's so heartwarming. Diddy always said he knew he was going to be something. He knew he was going to be a star. And he made sure every minute of his life was documented. And he made sure minutes of everybody else's life was documented as well. And what do we have? Now, Natanya wants a case open. The rumors are the feds are looking to reopen the case. And Diddy did not count on this. Baby, there's going to be a lot of people flipping on Diddy. And baby, they better get in line. I know there's a lot of people involved in this, but there's a small window to get immunity. And that window is getting smaller and smaller and smaller because the feds have what they need. If anybody needs to squeeze on by to the other side, they better do it now. Again, the streets are saying that Shyne, okay? His lawyers, crisis team working together have reapproached, right? The Office of Expungement, the expungement unit. And they want, right? He wants his record expunged post-conviction to exonerate him from any wrongdoing in that case because new evidence is coming forward that it wasn't him. Y'all. Do you think Shyne is working with the feds? Do you think he's testifying on behalf of Diddy? Do you think, and just hear me out, right? Apparently, Diddy has a residence in Belize. I don't know if it's a rental. I don't think he holds it, but listen, let's just tell you what the streets are saying, right? I talked about it in my other video, but I'm going to give you all the Cliff Notes version. Diddy's private jets, let's not forget the feds actually subpoenaed all of the private jet logs. The feds want to know, why is your jet in the air moving back and forth, sometimes to Belize, okay? When you're on this flight manifesto, but you're not on the plane. It's actually against federal aviation law to have people on the flight manifesto that are not actually passengers on the plane. They want to know why your plane is going there so much. Why aren't you on it? Who's on the manifesto? What are you moving? Who are you moving? Well, one of the places is to Belize. And everybody said the feds are very interested in what happens in Belize. Okay? What happens in Belize? Now, some people are like, how could Diddy be doing anything with Belize? Belize wasn't, But who is from a prominent political family and holds a political position and is running for prime minister? I don't know if he's still doing, but at one time, of Belize. Shyne. The man that, according to Natanya, the girl that was bang bang in the face, took the rap for Diddy for 10 years in exchange for, I don't know, payments. Let's also not forget that Natanya also says that even after she got that settlement, of, I think it was like 1.6 million or 1 million, whatever it was. She says that she was subjected to 24 years of systematic harassment. She believes it was delivered by Sean Diddy Combs. 24 years of systematic harassment just because Diddy never got over being furious at the fact that he had to be held accountable and pay that woman. Allegedly, well, not even alleged. I think it's been pretty much said that she's actually was paid off by Diddy. She actually settled with Diddy. If he had that type of money to give to Natanya, how much money was he giving Shyne and his family? Right? Let's also not forget around that time, Diddy was deep in the Black Mafia family. He had he had all these like billionaire friends. But did the billionaires come in yet or not? We'll keep those to the side. I don't know if the billionaires had entered, but he had the Black Mafia family. He had all this stuff. So let me just roll this back, right? Let's just say, let's play in a world of make believe, right? Because everybody's innocent till proven guilty. So let's play a world of make believe. Let's make believe that the feds are on your ass. All right? Let's play make believe. Let's say your name is Liddy, right? And the feds are on your ass, right? Final call of duty, highly militarized. All right? Small make believe. It's hypothetical. Just do it, right? We don't need this channel to get set down. So you know what? You know the disclaimers. It's YouTube, baby. And let's pretend that you have something going on in Belize. And let's pretend you connect in Belize, whatever it is. Maybe they make the best pina coladas in the world. Make sure that you don't got no worries at that airport. And let's just pretend that the feds are on you and they know what you've been up to. People will tell you that when feds move in for the raid, they don't go for the raid first. It's not like the police that they go for the raid and then they make the case. No. The feds know that once they raid you, people are going to start lying, hiding evidence. And so by the time they raid you, they already have everything they need. The raid is just like I always said, chef's kiss is the cherry on top. Because they know that once that raid happens, they can probably not conduct an investigation. So they make sure they do everything ahead of that. All right, fine. Let's just say that somebody that could have did jail time for you, according to Natanya, Diddy wasn't the right one. And I'm sorry, Shyne wasn't the right one. And the Shyne wasn't the right one. And the only person that was left in the club that was shooting was Diddy, right? Was Diddy. Then that means that Diddy would have had them in the shooter just by unless there's a third person we don't know about, right? By the object elimination. Let's just say that the feds already know what you're up to. Let's just say that the feds actually approach the person that might be your connect in Belize. Let's just say the feds are like, yeah, what's going on? You cooperating or you want to go back? Because baby, y'all can go together or he can go on his own. And let's just say somebody strikes up a deal with the feds to cooperate, to tell them what they know. And let's just say that part of that deal was, you know what? We will, in a certain point, that you can approach to get your record expunged. Now, I know it sounds like that can't be. But 2 years ago, did you think this was going to happen to Diddy? I know everybody on Lipstick Alley was like, yeah, we did, but the rest of us didn't. Okay? Now, let's also keep in mind, why is JLo lowering up? Why is she harassing TikTokers? That piece of shit movie she had out for a month, right? They've been dragging her from the beginning. Why is she now all of a sudden going hard? The same way Diddy's going hard, right? The same way Misa's lawyered up. The same way that Stevie J's probably lawyered up. The same way Justin and whatever. Why is Jennifer Lopez, who in that 10-year time frame was very pivotal in Diddy's life in some way, why is she lawyering up? What is the connection? Is the connection that Jennifer lied under oath? Is the connection the fact that Jennifer was actually holding the bang bang like Cassie used to say she held Diddy's bang bang? Is the fact that not only did she hold it, making her an accessory or accomplice if what Natanya is saying is true. And let's not forget, when you are an accessory or accomplice, right? If Diddy or whoever got hit with attempted, right? Manslaughter, whatever the charge is, she also gets those same charges because she was the accomplice, right? So why, let's just say you're luring up because you know that not even just with that club, but a lot of ish that Diddy was into back then, you were his ride or die, just like Cassie was. You were his ride or die, just like Cassie was. Remember when she was Jenny from the block? Remember when she was so good, so hood? Y'all remember this? Y'all remember this? The rap beating rap mogul, the scene fleeing starlet, the put away prodigy, and the drink dropping instigator. Y'all remember this mess? Do y'all remember? JLo. And also, if everybody thinks, oh my God, JLo left Diddy after the shooting, she was so taken out. No, she didn't. JLo, the streets are saying, left Diddy after that because he was cheating on her and disrespecting her and acting a fool. Now, I don't know if JLo was swinging with Diddy, right? Diddy was messing with Kim Porter at the same time that he was with JLo. Kim Porter was swinging with Diddy, according to Gene Deal. Y'all saw my interviews. Shout out to Uncle Gene, right? Uncle Gene. But all jokes aside, right? What if all the rumors are true about Shyne, the role that he didn't play, the role he said he played, and the role Jennifer did? Not only did you hold the bang bang, not only were you an accessory, but if this can be true and if there's evidence to back it up, that means Jennifer lied to a grand jury, right? That means Jennifer lied to a grand jury. That means she lied to the police. That means it's also obstruction of justice, accessory to attempted deletion, obstruction, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Are you guys beginning to see why the rumors about Jennifer luring up? Are y'all guys beginning to see what's going on with the Shyne case? You guys, the feds have unearthed anybody they can to talk. And this might be another reason why Stevie J posted that dumb video talking about this is what a party really looks like. And I said highly doubtful because these people got their clothes on them from what I've heard, sir. Y'all can argue it was consensual, but I believe all parties agree that the clothes were off, right? We just arguing about whether they did it on their own free will or not. So you have all that stuff going on. Again, people said that video was a thinly veiled attempt at letting everybody that Diddy can pull down, letting them know, I will pull you down. And also reminding the people, baby, we got video and tape of everything. Is it starting to make a little bit more sense now? And when you look at what Diddy's lawyers are doing, they're trying to mount, in my opinion, a campaign of misinformation. Look what the lawyer did. Look what the lawyer did. Do you know the lawyer drinks decaf coffee and not real coffee? Okay, did your client do this or not? It's all this distraction, even to the fact that they got people bringing up the Nicki Minaj, Kenneth Petty case, right? I didn't know it was illegal. Okay, did the case get won or not? Okay, who cares? Oh, he put salacious things. The lawsuits in nature were salacious. That's like suing someone that's suing, like you deleted someone and you sue the government because you put salacious claims, but did you not conduct and organize? Like we are talking, there are claims of people getting shot, people being trafficked, people this, people that. And people want to say, how dare you write this in a salacious manner? You're now tone policing. You're now having respectability politics in lawsuits, which I want to point out, oddly enough, they didn't do that with Douglas Wigmore. Douglas Wigmore is a white attorney, male, who's been in the game for 50 years. They didn't dare pull that mess with Douglas Wigmore at all. But you want to now police what the black attorney can put in and make an issue out of it and have to, you know what? We're not going to get into that. Let's get back to the Shyne and the JLo thing. I'm just saying, keep your eyes open. If you hear anybody saying, oh, crooked lawyer, this lawyer, look to see who their alliances lie with. And once you see who their alliances lie with, look to see who those people's alliance lies with. Nicki Minaj is Universal Music Group. She is Universal Music Group. And on top of that, you can't tell me, again, start looking at the connections. Start looking at who needs a favor. Start looking at loyalty. Just start looking. right? My loyalty, and I'll be frank, is literally to the victims. I want to get to the bottom of this. I don't care if somebody wrote a salacious complaint. I don't care who's talking good, because Diddy's camp is praying that the blog stop talking about this. They're praying that people just let this go. They're praying they can turn this into another R. Kelly. Remember how long it took us to catch R. Kelly? Why is that? Because the first time it happened, nobody believed it. The second time, the 13th time, nobody believed it. Documentaries were made. It wasn't until the Fed stepped in that we got some justice. Remember Harvey Weinstein? So many rumors. Oh, please, why didn't you? Why didn't you report it to the police? Oh, he got the police on payroll. Why didn't he do this and that? Oh, is that what's going on? It wasn't until the feds stepped in that everything went down. Look at Jeffrey Epelator. Y'all remember that? All over the conspiracy blogs. Oh, that's just this and that. That's just this. And people just be making up stuff. Oh, that's conspiracy. There's no this and that. How dare you? That's this, that's that, that's slander, that's salacious. Oh, I'm not going. That sounds too crazy. It wasn't until the MF and don't forget Jeffrey Epstein. People were running to the local district attorneys, the local police, trying to share their story. Same thing with Harvey Weinstein. Nobody cared. They had them in their pocket. Sounds familiar? Sean Hawley, one of Diddy's lawyers, like this with TMZ, right? You look at who is it? You look at conflict of interest. You look at conflicts of interest. Who's that one girl? There's a writer for NBC. I don't know. What's her name? Like Chloe something, Milas, something like that, right? Right? She, conflict of interest. Diddy's lawyer, he just hired because he got 4 or 5. The one that represented Alex Baldwin. Do you know that right now she's being and NBC seems to be giving like really light, not light, but very biased coverage. That seems to me, in my opinion, to be in favor of Diddy, right? That one woman, and they're letting her write all the mess on Diddy. Conflict of interest. She's about to be subpoenaed, right? Over leaking to Alec Baldwin's attorney, who's now one of Diddy's attorneys, right? About what was going on with the grand jury special prosecutors. It's actually in there. And the special prosecutors are going out in Exhibit 5. The lawyer, Alec Baldwin's lawyer. Actually, let me get this guy's name. I don't know why I keep forgetting this guy's name. One second. I don't got time to find this. God, what is this guy's name? Alex Baldwin's lawyer, the one that represented him in arrest, which surprisingly, again, Alec Baldwin is sitting in jail. So that's to say that if every lawyer that lost the case can't ever come, Diddy's team would be gone. It would be curtains. But get to how deep this mess goes, right? Because we need to talk about it, right? The lawyer actually cited that he got the information from a reporter, Chloe Milas. Chloe Milas has now been assigned by NBC to write every single article about the Diddy case. Every single article trying to clown Little Rod's attorney. Every single article, it seems like she's always put on there, right? This is the same woman that leaked a grand jury investigation, which is highly not good. Special prosecutors are probably looking into it. Do you really not think that she's not also working for good buddy, the lawyer that is now working for Diddy? This is what I mean about it just keeps going up, up, up. You got to do this. And the more you take a look back, the more it just keeps getting. Honestly, NBC needs to get rid of Chloe, or at least make her stop writing the articles, because it's a conflict of interest. You leaked to the attorney. It's also one in a grand jury investigation. This is the same attorney that's also now representing Diddy, right? It's a huge conflict of interest. And again, you could say that maybe Sean Hawley is also one of Diddy's other lawyers. He got 5011, is relying on this girl to report the articles. Again, to me, this seems like some huge, big mastermind plot. There's not this many coincidences in the world. This is truly David and Goliath. This conflict of interest, and NBC Universal refuses to remove them. Lucian Grange, the head of UMG, that is literally throwing a temper tantrum because they want to be removed from the case, but they haven't gotten removed yet. Because Little Rod is like, yeah, I still think that like you are involved. I think you have liability. Ask Universal Music Group what their connection is to the brass of NBC Universal. Everybody want to clown TikTok and YouTube and Twitter. And I know there's like funkies on Twitter that they don't even need to pay. They just need to give access. And access is like a cell phone number, right? That they don't even have to return text. You go to YouTube. Yeah, people got. But if you see anybody citing, oh, the Nicki Minaj Kenneth Pettit case, ask yourself, who does Nicki Minaj work for? The Universal Music Group. Who does Nicki Minaj, who is she loyal to? And I'm not saying that Nicki Minaj is like getting people to come. I am saying Universal Music Group. Most likely is. Can I prove it? No. But do you see how all these things are lining up? Where are the coincidences coming from? Where are the coincidences? And these are the same people that are going to be like, you're being salacious. You mean by me writing in my complaint exactly what happened? What would you rather have? Would you rather just have it closed so it can be a secret, not do anything? Y'all still try to trash that person's reputation and then what? Quietly seal the case? You're mad because if these allegations are true, the public knows what we're dealing with? You're mad? You're mad that people know don't let their daughters or sons go over to Diddy's house? Side note, I still can't get over Aoki and that 65-year-old man that she literally thought that they... Anyway, the rent's due somewhere. Again, there's so many coincidences happening. There's so many coincidences going on, right? Listen. Again, who said that? Just to be clear, according to Emily D. Baker, Alec Baldwin is currently free and not currently incarcerated, just saying the trial's in July. He's currently filed a motion to dismiss. Yeah, I get that. But if you really want me, yeah, kind of girl, if you really want me to get into the weeds, because like I'm speaking in generals, the lawyers in Alec Baldwin actually messed up and unsolicited provided a cell phone that gave evidence that actually led to his arrest. So while he might currently be out on bail because of the trial, his lawyers literally, and the lawyer unsolicited said, yeah, go to the cell phone. And that's what jammed him up. That's why the case hasn't been dismissed. That's why he's awaiting trial in July. Okay. So the point of the matter is, it was a dumb move. Okay, so fine. The trial's not over, but you guys get my point. Again, I'm just giving my opinion. Go do your own research, of course, and then come back and tell me what you think. But my original point still stands. My original point, which I believe was the fact that a special prosecutor is looking into her leaking information from a grand jury to Alec Baldwin's attorney, right? To Alec Baldwin's attorney. This is the same attorney that's working on Diddy's case. And now she's writing all the articles pretty much about Diddy's case for NBC. Do you not see the conflict of interest? You're involved in legal proceedings for doing something that at best is highly unethical, at worst is illegal. Do you guys see what I'm talking about? Like, God, semantics. Listen, again, right? It's semantics. Oh, it's YouTube making my live glitchy. It's not me. It's not my live. My live is good. Really quick, I'm going to get back into the story because I got more tea. But in the meantime, let me say thank you. And hopefully YouTube can fix these glitches. Tari Diaz, thank you so much for becoming a member. Nikki Smith, thank you so much. Betty Booty Baby, thank you so much for becoming a member. Kelsey K, thank you so much for becoming a member. Banana, thank you so much for the super sticker. Vicky, thank you so much for becoming a member. Shannon H said, as per usual, Tisa with the scalding tea. Thank you, Shannon. Mixed Shift Samantha, thank you for the super chat. Said, I watched the interview with Gene Dill and he said JLo wasn't like that and she didn't carry his pow pow. Did you ask him? Can I just say something? Gene Dill was not there that night. I know his impression of JLo, right? I just know this. Diddy and Shyne, according to witnesses, both had pow pows, right? And the girl that was on the scene, Natanya, said, I actually might have asked him, but I don't think so. But I don't think I asked him because to me, I didn't think this was like any real tea because back then Natanya hadn't said anything. But didn't I drop the interview or did I forget? It doesn't matter. The whole point of the matter is, did I? We'll see. The point of the matter with Natanya, the person that was there, that got hit, said she knows for 100% fact it was Diddy. Diddy actually settled with her for either 1 million or 1.6 million. Okay. She's saying it was him. She's saying she saw him bang, bang. How did Shyne and Diddy get the bang bangs in the club? Because they checked the men up and down. Cassie held his bang bang. Do you think Jennifer Lopez didn't know? I'm just saying, how did he get it in? Who was holding it? If security checked him when he went in, and I believe that's what he not testified, but said he was checked, he didn't have anything, then where did the pow pow come from? Who was holding it? I'm just asking questions. Who was holding it? Anyway, also, Alacrandria Glover. You said T says better than TMZ, CNN, and BBC combined. Hey, everybody, show Alacrandria some love. I got off my live so quick. I did notice when I got off that you also sent me a super chat. Thank you so much, Mama. I was going to shout you out later on in the chat, but this is even great. Thank you so much, girly. Mixed Chip said, Diddy gonna be singing I'm locked up. Locked up, they won't let me out in your Akon voice. What's up, YM Droid said, JLo wishes she could borrow an alibi like she borrowed Ashanti's vocals on her first albums. Diddler is toast, especially with that G in the rain. Let's not forget that the streets are saying that the guns found in the raid some of them had serial numbers filed off. Let's also not forget that. But here's the thing, and this is what Diddy's team didn't expect and what they're mad about. The feds are now going to rip through all the things. They got unlimited money for discovery. They got unlimited money to rip through everything. So what are we doing, right? What are we really doing? At the end of the day, this trial is going to happen and we're going to get all the evidence. And I think that's what Diddy should be worried about. And when all the evidence come out, then Wigmore and Blackburn can just sit there and collect their money. Lindax said, I see Shyne is going to sue everybody for wrongful incarceration. Well, here's the thing. I don't believe that he can sue for wrongful incarceration because at the end of the day, he's the one that said, yeah, it was me. But now the argument he's making is, I want this expunged post-conviction because new evidence has come out that exonerates me and proves it can't be me. Now, I'm not saying who it is, but the new evidence shows it can't be me. You know what I'm saying? Mixed Chick said, 972 likes, hit the like button. The heart button doesn't count as a like. Put some respect on Tisa's name. Oh, Mixed Chick. Samantha, thank you so much, sweetie. Thank you so much, Sam. I appreciate that. Maggie became a YouTube member. Call me Emmy. Thank you so much, Mama, for the super sticker. You always show love. Thank you. Also, Mia M, thank you so much for the super sticker. Andrea AMB, thank you so much for becoming a YouTube member. And Mixed Chip said, oh, I agree. I just saw it today. I thought it was odd that he said that. I rock with. Oh, sorry, Mixed Samantha. You know I be getting passionate. You know we like peanut butter and jelly. I'm sorry if I came across very, y'all know what I do. Anyway, thank you so much, Samantha. I appreciate that. Okay, so let's get back into this, right? You look at also what's happening with Jay-Z canceling the Made in America tour. Okay, now he could have a million reasons why he's canceling, but let's not forget that last year he canceled. Okay, and around that time, you guys didn't know, or maybe you do, Cassie's lawsuit was served to Diddy. Well, the negotiations was she was in negotiations with Diddy, I believe, in the beginning of 2023. Okay. Around that time that lawsuit was served, Universal Music Group completely dropped Diddy out the blue for no reason. Jay-Z mysteriously canceled Made in America, one of the biggest Northeast concerts. I think it's the only, if something so good, he canceled it. It was expected to come back this year. However, what happened? The raids, Little Rod's lawsuit, right? And the federal raids. Let's also not forget, prior to that, they canceled their Grammy brunch for the first time since it started. They canceled it for no reason. A lot of people say because they didn't want Diddy there. Then look what happened. The Made in America this year was canceled. Just what? A few short weeks after the Little Rod and the raid stuff, few short days after the raid, a few short weeks after Little Rod. I think with the Little Rod lawsuit, they were like, what should we do? What should we do? When the raids came, it's like, and we need to get away. Let's also not forget the rumors that people are saying Jay-Z and Beyonce are getting divorced. They're not getting divorced. They're separating their assets because Jay-Z has a business tied up with Diddy. And when that hammer comes down, which they are expecting it to, Beyonce wants her stuff completely protected, right? Again, let's also not forget, let's connect the dots. Jonathan Davis, Diddy's lawyer, I know he has Sean Hawley, Alec Baldwin's lawyer, I forget the name, Jonathan Davis, what's her name? The girl that represented Osama bin Laden's right-hand man, right? Bobby Sternum. Is there another lawyer? Probably. And then we got Justin Tristan's Christian stuff, right? Let's also not forget that Jonathan Davies, Puffy's main lawyer, also represents who? Mary J. Blige. Mary J. Blige was in that video. Beyonce and Jay-Z were in the video, right? All the Kardashians were in that video. Have you noticed how everybody's been sitting there on mute? Kim quietly unfollowed Diddy 24 hours before the raid happened, quietly for no reason. And we know they roll hard. We know they roll hard. Misa is now saying militarized operation. Stevie J, militarized operation. Diddy's lawyers, it was a militarized operation. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, this is the part where I'm like, yo, you have to start, right? You have to start reading this about, so funny. JT is arguing on Twitter, Sitter Girls is arguing on Twitter again about what's going on. And somebody asked, how come Young Miami ain't doing anything? The J Spot said, let me guess, you sleep, Young Miami? Like, why aren't you jumping in to defend JT? Grip Bayless said, that lady is shoveling evidence into a wood-burning pizza oven. Please leave her alone. Anyway, Diddy's lawyer said, well, first of all, it's almost low-key racist the way Diddy's lawyers is throwing Tyrone Blackburn's name around, because they know his name has a stereotype attached to it, right? Legal circles, they don't like unambiguously Black names, right? But the statement is just ridiculous. Even the way they're like, attorney Aaron Dreyer, that's who Alec Baldwin's attorney is. Aaron Dreyer denies the claims and calls them meritless, a meritless claim from Tyrone Blackburn. Attorney Tyrone Blackburn has a history of representing several plaintiffs who have filed civil actions against high-profile celebrities, including Diddy, Nicki Minaj, T.I. and Tiny, and Tiffany Haddish. First of all, Tiffany Haddish, whatever the accusation is, you did it. This is the court of public opinion. T.I. and Tiny are one person. And Nicki Minaj, Universal Music Group. I'm just saying. And we all saw Tiffany Haddish get on a plane and try to defend the most vile, disgusting thing that has ever happened in the 20th century. So I really honestly don't want to hear anything Tiffany Haddish got to say. She proved Cat Williams' point. You are for sale. And you will be whoever's paying. You are. You are. Right? Anyway, let me just finish with this, right? Misa then posted on her Instagram Just get through this. Where is this? Lawyer for Sean Diddy Combs' son, Justin, accuses feds of dirtying the jury pool with press leaks. Mises is texting the high-powered criminal defense attorney representing Sean Diddy Combs' son, accused of federal agents of tipping the scale. So let me get this straight. Y'all went from saying Little Rod's attorney don't got the right to write what he wants. You went from saying you're trying to police what a black attorney is saying. And if you are an attorney, right, and you are a minority, please jump in and say how they gatekeep, they other, they this and that. Like, let the people know. Because I think people have this thing like law is like, yeah, it is just, it can be this. But the same people that got a problem with someone speaking their mind out in the street are the same people that have a problem with somebody speaking their mind in the courtroom, right? So let me get this straight. You guys went from saying, trying to police what Little Rod's attorney's doing, trying to demonize what Little Rod's attorney's doing, trying to literally make him seem what, like a Mickey Mouse lawyer because he's leaking to the press, even though y'all are the ones running to the press every day. And you got Misa, you got Charlemagne, you got Stevie J, you got whoever else is coming out to defend them. You got all these people saying the same thing, trying to protect a alleged blank trafficker. Y'all don't even know if you guilty or innocent. He's guilty or innocent. You just know that you need your meal ticket free. Stevie J talking about, I ain't never seen him do that. Have you been in every single room when he's been getting a freak off? And if he has, sir, I have more questions. No. Come sit down. We need to talk. We need to talk. Because right now you're sounding like an accomplice, literally riding bikes around Florida looking high as a kite and trying to show that, look, black people still love us because 4 Disney broads are like, oh my God, Diddy, Stevie J. You probably paid them, probably literally was handing $100 bills off of the side just to make it look like. But getting back into this, now it's not enough to say that. The high-powered criminal defense attorney representing Sean Diddy Combs' son, Justin, accused federal agents of tipping off the press about the raids on the hip-hop mogul's mansion and dirtying the potential jury pool. So y'all went from blaming Little Rod's attorney, who's literally trying to get justice for everybody involved. We have a citizen of the EU. We have an African-American man, black man. We got a citizen of the EU. She sounds like she's from the UK, Ireland, or Scotland, just by the way that transcript is. And now you going after the feds. I mean, I would say wrong road, but I actually think this is comical. Baby, if you think, and you're accusing them of dirtying the jury pool with press links, this is what I mean. The feds always leak raids to the press. That's what they do. Just like you guys are leaking. You got private eyes calling TikTokers. So everybody else got to sit there on mute. And your client, you somehow think you guys have the right to do everything. But if anybody else do it, it's cool when they do it. But it's a problem when they do it, right? You now are mad that everybody's not sitting on mute and you can't do this. I see what's going on. You're trying to see if you can get this trial moved out of New York because you're going to say he can't get a fair trial. You either want to get this moved out of New York to some district that might believe this BS, even though the one thing they didn't count on is nobody likes your client. Everybody is waiting to see it happen. Everybody believes what they read. Now, it needs to be proven in court. These are allegations, but everybody believes what they read, partly because Diddy settled with Cassie 24 hours later. Who does he have to blame? Jonathan Davis. Because instead of playing in her face thinking she was that same 19-year-old girl that you could coerce, bully, do whatever, that was afraid to speak up, and you were forcing her to do freak-offs, you did not realize you were dealing with a grown woman with 2 kids and a husband that loves her. She has support. She's not that same little girl that you were able to use like a party favor and beat with abandon. So you now want to move it to someplace you think you'll get a fair trial. Or if it stays in New York, you want to be able to sit there and be like, no, we need a mistrial. This is a miscarriage of justice. Dirty in the pool. So everybody leaking. Everybody's the problem. But the one thing they refuse to address is there any merit to these complaints? Do you have any proof you can give us that these complaints are not true? Any proof? Do you have any proof? Who you got? Stevie J, that legendary dirtbag, Misa. you probably pay, like, how much is the child support? $35,000 a year? I guess you don't want that to go away. Kamora Lee, we just found out that why we thought she was fighting for justice for Kim, she left for Christmas and was on your yacht in the St. Bart's. The same yacht, right? The same yacht. The same yacht. Well, I think she was on the yacht in St. Bart's. There's pictures of her in St. Bart's at the same time. There were pictures of her on a yacht. People are assuming that is Diddy's yacht. There's a thing about all the yachts, unless she was on one of her friend's yachts. But even then, Kamora's helping him rehab his image, right? She should have been worried about Aoki because she looked like she about to get caught in a. I don't even want to put that on anybody. But honestly, you got all these people connected in some way. Everybody eat off of you. Everybody eat off of you. Little Rod said that you have a mule. Brandon got arrested. Looked like a mule. This new girl is now saying everything Little Rod said was true, and they got the tapes. They got the evidence. They got this. And all Diddy's team are doing is speaking to NBC, speaking to Twitter activists, trying to leverage ish with bloggers, trying to scare people off of TikTok. Where is the justice in this? Like, what the hell? Where is the justice in this? But the thing is, they don't realize nobody likes your client. Nobody likes your client. Nobody likes them. Why? Because the things we believe are true, right? Because the things we believe are true. Dirtying the potential jury pool. Now you can't get a fair trial because they dirtied the pool. You can't get a fair trial anywhere in America. Really? Okay. Jeffrey Lichtman, best known for previously defending mobster John Gotti Jr. and Mexican drug lord Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, said that what bothered him the most, nobody cares, Jeffrey, what bothered him the most. Tell us what bothered you the most while you defend an alleged blank trafficker. What bothered you the most? Please sit down. Sit down. Because unlike the other attorney, unlike the black attorney, that doesn't deserve respect. Please tell us what bothered you the most. Right? The U.S. justice system always worked, but all of a sudden when it comes to Diddy, not only does it not work, but they want to sit there at the same time, pull the black men are being prosecuted card to evoke the community, to rally around them. But on the other hand, your attorneys are making, in my opinion, low-key racist jabs at the only black male attorney openly that's working on the case. How that makes sense? So you want us to care about your children, but not everybody else's. You want us to care about the black man's struggle, but then you're making low-key, in my opinion, racist attacks against the only black attorney, even trying to drag their name. Baby, yeah, no. Anyway, let's get more into this. He said what bothered him the most about what he calls the Department of Homeland Security's overburdened searches of Diddy's properties in Los Angeles and Miami last week was the presence of the news media. Were the news media not around when they raided Ghislaine Maxwell, when they raided Jeffrey Epstein, when they raided Harvey Weinstein? Were we not watching it? Hell, we even saw it when they were raiding Our Heart Radio over that DJ Envy alleged Ponzi scheme. That's what they do. Welcome to America. Now what bothered you the most? Baby, you are a criminal attorney. I assume you saw it happen to a one Mr. John Gotti Jr. and a one Mr. El Chapo. Come on, baby. This ain't your first rodeo. And again, I haven't figured out if they really think they're going to win with this strategy or if they're just doing this to waste Diddy's money, just like Sean Hawley wasted Danny Masterman's money, right? Just like Bobby Sternum, just like Jonathan Davis wasted Diddy's money. How did you settle with Cassie the very next day? All because you took her as a joke. He said they were all there, ready to record it. Okay. And he complained on the radio show. But here's another thing about Diddy's team. Baby, if you about that life, file something on the record in court. You're complaining on a radio show? He said it was beyond the legal limit. They were all there. They told about it and breathlessly reporting what anonymous agents of law enforcement are telling them about what they're looking for and evidence of blank trafficking. That's bad because that's just an evil thing for our government and law enforcement to do. But Lichtman argued that the damage had already been done. But did he do it? You know what I'm saying? You know what I feel like? I feel like we're kind of in like an abusive relationship. And you know how, like, if you've ever been in an abusive relationship, you go through someone's phone and you open it up and you're just like, who the hell is, if this is Diddy's phone, who the hell is Shelly, Sarah, Hakeem, Malik, Bob, Terry, and Ali? Because you know Diddy, you don't know where it's coming from. You see all these messages, right? And the messages clearly show that they're cheating on you and making a fool of you. And somehow in that conversation, if you let them, they try to turn the conversation into not why they were cheating on you, not why they said they was going to some funeral and they was busy hooking up with an ex-girlfriend, not whether because they got their side chick pregnant. No, 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 no. The real issue, the thing we need to confront, the thing we need to atone for, the thing we need to be aware of is, how dare you go into my phone? Are you serious? I feel like it's like that abusive mess. Are you effing serious? You got somebody, there's like 3 girls pregnant. You did this, you did that. You stole from my bank account, and you're literally wondering why. And that's what we talk about? How dare I go into your phone? That's what we need to discuss. That's what I feel like is what's happening with this case. They pointing the finger at everyone. You talking about, you're mad that they discussed with law enforcement evidence of blank trafficking, but you're admitting that there was evidence. Or was there not? Did he do it? Do you have any evidence that he didn't? Do you have any evidence that he's innocent? I feel like you don't. Because as much as they are the main ones leaking to the media, they have not given anything to show that it didn't happen besides their word. And baby, their word don't mean anything at all. So what's really going on? And you got Misa, you got the kids, you got Charlemagne, you got Stevie J, you got some of your fave YouTubers, you got some of your fave Twitter, some of your fave TikTok. What do y'all believe in? Who is there to believe? I'm being serious. Who is there to believe? Let me get through these super chats real quick. All right. Really quick. D, thank you so much for the super sticker. Chanel Garcia said canceled 2 years in a row. Totally not suspicious. Again, who knows why they're canceling? It's just the timing. You know, it's the implication. The implication. That's all. Right. We also have Quintella Grant. Thank you so much for becoming a YouTube member. Butterfly Vital said the FBI works hard. Batista works harder. Baby, no, the FBI works hard. I would not want them on my butt. I'd be like, oh, God, please. SON Son said Jay-Z wants Beyonce's money to stay clean so he can hide his assets in her name. Baby, I would do the same thing. Diddy, maybe everybody thought he was a legitimate businessman. Baby, you know what it is. Fruits of a poison tree. Maggie said stink face. Y'all like them gaslighting us, huh? That's right. Like, yep, that's right. Twinkle said, beautiful people, let's get the likes up. Tisa, I look forward to your content every day. Thank you. Can you guys please hit the like button and also subscribe, notifications. This weekend, it's going to be a heavy upload weekend. Y'all know when I promise to bring y'all some truth. Well, according to me, right? To bring y'all information. Y'all know that I always come through. I have a bunch other videos to get out. I've been so busy talking to people, trying to see what's going on, you know, and again, Diddy maintains his innocence. Christian Combs has not commented. I'm sure he's going to maintain his innocence. The lawyers are protecting. I'm giving my opinion, but also based upon my information and belief, court records, blogs, people I talk to, what the streets are saying. Baby, read the disclaimer. It's YouTube. You know how it works. But all jokes aside, like, yeah, there's just something going on. It's some real David v. Goliath. I just pray. And I know what will happen. Well, I don't know for certain. I'm not Nostradamus, but I really honestly think, oh, also Holly W said, come for the headlines, stay for the trials. Thank you, Holly. You always got a tagline. I love that. Also, Jane B, thank you so much for the super chat. And Blu-ray Sunshine, thank you so much for the super sticker. Okay, so all jokes aside, right? So what do we got here? Let's go through this stuff. So we got that. We got the feds trying to say that noun He's being harassed by the feds. He's being harassed by Tyrone Blackburn. He's being harassed by TikTok and think, oh, poor Diddy, shut your dumb ass up. Did you do it or not, Ninja Turtle? Did you do it or not? Like, give us some evidence. Give us some evidence. You got time to dance around in Miami looking like you like the neighborhood crackhead ties a kite, in my opinion. I'm not saying he was. I'm saying what it appeared to me that he was doing. But you can't answer any of this. You and Stevie got time to bike like two teenagers in love, stop and taking photos with some pure misguided souls that I think were paid. But you don't have time for your legal team. Your legal team has time to unleash hell on the opposing side's attorney. But you don't got time to say anything? Baby, this mess with Jennifer Lopez, retaining lawyers. Again, streets are saying she's retaining lawyers. This mess with Shyne, again, what are the feds looking for? How could they do this? Diddy's team is spiraling. Diddy's team did, again, their little plan almost might have worked, except for the raid, right? Except for that raid. That is what destroyed everything. That is what destroyed everything. And it's the one thing, no matter what Diddy does, that they cannot see a way against. Because that's the thing. You can't bully the federal government. How do I know that? Well, what's this kid's name? Alan Dreyer or whatever. Who else? Bobby Sternum. They got experience. When's the last case they won against the government? I'm being serious. You can't bully the federal government. You can't outspin the federal government. Unfortunately, when a federal government is wielding their power unjustly, it's almost impossible to get out of it. Unfortunately for Diddy, it's not, as much as they try to make it into blogs and YouTube and this and that, and Little Rod's lawyer, who is honestly doing the damn thing, being a David, going against a Goliath. And it sickens me that some people that I have like actual respect for, I see it happening. And it's like, you would rather, because for whatever, defend a convicted, not convicted, sorry, an alleged blank trafficker instead of letting justice take its place. I'm sorry. It's like if somebody gets some Pedialyte bear accusations, baby, I'm going to be on live every single day. I'm sorry. I don't know you like that. You're going to have to show some innocence. I'm going to have to see some evidence, because when people start making claims like that, I need to see some evidence. I'm sorry. I'm not taking your word for it. I'm not taking your word for it. I need to see some evidence, you know? So you look at like what's going on. You look at this, you look at that. The feds are about to go in, and Diddy's team either didn't prepare, maybe they prayed, maybe it was inevitable. I really don't know what the disconnect was, but now that the federal government is involved, baby, good luck. Good luck. Good luck. You want to talk about something? It's everybody's fault but your clients. Everybody's fault. Everybody's picking on him. Everybody's being mean. Everybody's clamoring around. Baby, watch the people that link up to protect him. Just watch. It's David versus Goliath. You guys, hold on. Let me get into super chats, and then we're going to get into the comments section. Dawn Bizel said, T-Sir, her case can't be reopened because of statute of limitations, even with new evidence. Is that true? No, that's not true. So the case you can be, it's not about, oh, you mean from Natanya's point of view? So here's the thing. The case technically in that order can't be reopened. However, Shyne with new evidence can be exonerated post-conviction and get his record expunged because new evidence comes out that shows, oh, it couldn't have been me. However, the issue that JLo and Diddy would face if that case can't be reopened is the feds can bring new charges, not the same one, but new. Lying to a grand jury, obstruction of justice. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like if you got away with murder, No, the feds cannot come back and be like, oh, we're going to try you again. That's double jeopardy. However, if you lied to the grand jury, if you concealed evidence, if you had an obstruction of justice, they can go after you for those charges. And those charges carry heavy jail time. Everybody always looks at the minimum, but it carries the maximum jail time. That to me will be enough reason for everybody to lawyer up. Again, it can't be the same charges, but it can be new charges. Lying to a grand jury, obstruction of justice. There's a bunch of other charges you can do too that can be linked to that. For instance, JLo never got charged. She was released. She never got charged. JLo, I believe, even testified to a grand jury. JLo can get charges for obstruction of justice, for lying to a jury. JLo can do enough that if this was the case, she would need the lawyer up. And even if it wasn't, why would you want this PR nightmare? JLo is trying to outrun that period of her life. Why would you even want? We see what's happening to Diddy. Why would you want that for yourself? That's enough reason to lawyer up. Baby, there's more than one way to ruin people's lives. There really honestly is. And especially JLo, who's already having an issue with likability. Baby. Okay. Okay. Listen. 1 second. I'm making a note for a story. Listen. Somebody said, Mixed Shift Samantha said, hey, did you see the creepy TikTok with his adopted white little girl? She said, I was living on the streets. Papa Combs got me and said I could go play with his kids. That's the thing. I'm still trying to track down whether that's real or a prank, whether that's a friend's daughter they're being funny with or not. It is really weird that whoever that girl is hasn't come out and said, you guys, it was me. I'm fine. That's the only weird thing. I've seen stuff on the internet being like, oh, we tracked her down. But when I looked, I'm like, I don't think that's a girl. And has she spoken? No, it was super, super weird. But now that we see Diddy, everything about him, everything about his life, now looking back to it just seems off. Everything, even the way like everything just seems off. And the weirdest part is if you guys didn't see, I actually did a live and you guys hit that like button, please, or notification, subscribe. You know, I'm trying to grow. Please, you guys, I would really appreciate it. But no, I agree. It's still creepy, right? It's still creepy. Oh, also, that's so true. Murder or attempted murder doesn't have a statute of limitations. Neither does the R word. But listen, I do want to say this before I go. There's a lot of stuff that's going to start to happen. And I know I keep saying this, and I know you guys are sick of me saying this. Because we're like family, and just please, you guys, let's just stick to focusing on what are the facts, what's going on in trial, all this stuff. Diddy, where is the evidence to prove that it's not true? That's it. Because you don't problem talking. You're going on this, you're going on that. What else can you do? You guys, listen. I'm sorry. I just got another text. Anyway, you guys, listen. Hollywood is squabbling. Hollywood is fighting. But I think also, no lie, I think Hollywood is very, very, very scared. Like very scared about what's going down. I mean, think about it. You even think, oh, that's another thing I wanted to talk to you about. I'll make a video about this. But everybody says that one of the reasons why they didn't expect this raid to happen, you know that every single time a raid happens, traditionally, it goes in front of a federal jury and an indictment happens usually between 3 or 4 weeks from when the raid happened. At this timeline, can people believe Diddy just got raided? What was it, a week ago? I think, right? Or however long. Keeps tracking that time. It looks like the indictment, if it is underway, and that Diddy will be at least arrested and charged sometime within the next 2 weeks. Again, once the raid happens, things move very, very quickly. I would not be surprised at all if it was already in front of a grand jury. And just listen, and just to let you guys know with the grand jury, just to let you guys know, um, just to let you guys know with the grand jury how that looks. It's really bad for Diddy. See, here's the thing: when you go into court and you make claims, right? You get to defend yourself. The way the grand jury works is, first of all, nobody knows who's on the grand jury. It's about 30 or 40 people that are sequestered, right? They go and the government gives them their evidence. Sometimes they have people testify, right? It's all under lock and key, anonymous. Well, not anonymous, but the other side doesn't even know. They're not even invited to them. So Diddy's team isn't even invited to the grand jury. You go in front of the grand jury, about 30 or 40 people, and you tell them all the evidence you have. You don't even need to prove that your evidence is true. The grand jury's job is to decide if what I'm saying is true, if what we allege is true. Do you think that a court of law should be involved? Do you think that charges should be filed if what we're telling you is true? You don't even need to prove it's true. You don't have to be like, no. If what you are hearing, ladies and gentlemen of the grand jury, and what you are hearing is true, do you think it warrants a criminal trial? And that's all the grand jury has to answer. Yeah, actually, I do. If what you're saying is true, it does. Boom, indictment comes out. And you get hauled in, and then you get the trial. People have said the grand juries are very, very unfair. And of course, I guess in some cases they could be. But in Diddy's case, baby, all the social media, it's a wrap. It's a wrap because their job isn't to decide whether what they're saying is true or not. A grand jury's only decision is if what we are saying is true, right? You can get an indictment off of allegations, and then you go into court and fight the other side to prove these allegations are false. That's how powerful a grand jury is. People are saying that the feds would already have, they're ready to do the grand jury. They would have, Cassie is testifying. Can you imagine if they bring Cassie in to actually talk? Cassie to say something? Maybe. It would be a wrap. 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 Listen, really quick, Delia B, thank you so much for the super chat. Also, Karen Johnson. Oh, thank you for the super chat. And of course, I love doing this, you guys. I love hanging with you guys. Also, Cynthia said, still here. You go, little one. Yes, I am still here. However, go, little rock star. I am about to call it a night. Listen, you guys, turn your notifications on. Hit that like on your way out. Or if you're watching this on replay, I would really appreciate the like. You guys know I am really, really going to do my best and try to grow. And you know what? When I hit 500,000, I'm finally going to get a real camera. There. I've said it to you guys. I will upgrade and get some 1080K. No, what is it? 4K, 6K, 8K, what 12K, whatever they have. Get everything pristine, but I'm going to wait until I hit 500,000. All right, you guys. But that doesn't mean you guys still won't see the blurry camera every now and then. Oh, wait. Brody said, will you ever do a live for the Royals? Actually, I'll go live on the Royals tomorrow. I skipped 2 days and there's so much I want to talk about. I think going live for the Royals might actually be a good idea. I love hanging with you guys, Mad One. Darlene, thank you so much. Listen. Okay, you guys, I'll talk to y'all later. See you tomorrow. Bye. Oh, wait, let me make sure don't leave. Okay, I'm good. I'm always forgetting. There's always a super chat coming in at the last second. Okay, you guys can go. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.